Hi. Let me see. I'm going to be checking some stuff. Make sure I am live. Oh, there I am. And turn this down. Yep, there it is. All is working. I can hear it. Yep, there. All right. I got this on so I can try to look at some comments as I go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing just a last minute stream. I had some free time and I have some new paints, so I thought it would be fun to do a little experiment with them right now. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can't, if you have any problems. And I'm going to switch the camera view so that way we can start mixing paint as we chat. So there it is. Perfect. I have been watching Molly's Artistry. It's a YouTube channel. If you haven't seen her channel, go check her out. After this live stream, I will be updating the description and I'll provide a link in the description. But she has been doing some pretty amazing art pieces, and one of them uses some Amsterdam. Let's see if I get it. There you go. Amsterdam Pearl Paints. And I'll put the links in the description. And at first I thought these were just a different brand, you know, just another iridescent paint. But actually, these are what I am going to be calling magic paint. Do you see the bottles? They're all the same. You can't tell that they're all different colors. And as you paint, you can't tell because they mix this white color. So as they dry, you're going to see they're going to dry into these colors. So that's the fun. So I thought my canvas, my 12 by 12 canvas, got some cups, some pouring medium, that we can mix some paint and do a little experiment and see if we can get them to work for us. And if you've used these paints, let me know. Look how easy. This kit, these are just little itty bitty bottles. It says 0.7 of an ounce, 20 milliliters. So I'll probably end up using this entire little bottle. And these paints are a little expensive. So, whoops. I wonder if I'm going to put this with here so I remember what I'm doing. Because you can kind of see a little bit the color they are, just a little bit of a shade, but not really. So, put this in here. And the paint mixing part usually is the longest part. Okay. And I do wear gloves all the time. It helps with the cleanup. And I have a really pretty ring my husband gave me for our anniversary long time ago. And it is kind of a pain in the neck to clean the paint out of it. So I am messy and clumsy. So I will wear gloves probably more than I need to, just for that one reason right there. And if you're just joining us, thank you. Hope you have a good day. Happy Valentine's Day. I am doing a little painting experiment, and I'm using Amsterdam Pearl Paints. And the whole set looks like this white color, but they actually, well, there's a color code right there when they dry. So it's almost going to be a surprise when it dries. I'm very excited. It's going to look all white and black. You can see a little bit. But then when it dries, it's going to be like, whoa, little magic paints. And I saw this off of Molly's Artistry. She has a YouTube channel. If you have not seen her, go check her out. After the after the live stream, I will put links in the description for all this stuff in case you want to play along with me. Now, here is my pouring medium. This is my own little recipe I've been making for years and years. And I do have a link, a video in my YouTube. I'll post that link, but essentially it is 3 parts Floetrol, 2 parts glue all, 1 part paint. And I bulk make this, stick it in these bottles, give the bottles a shake when I need them, and there you go. I find it's a little cost effective to do it like this, and the results are pretty amazing. I've never had a bad pour because of the pouring medium. I've had bad pours because just me not doing it right. Hello, Brian Dean Trio! My favorite band. My favorite cat band. My sister has been calling it my cat cult band because we've got some cat songs. And super fun band. Okay, look at, see how it mixes white? I'm going to get my consistency. Look at that. Running off the stick, not too watery. See how it's white? This is going to dry as a silver. See that little label? That's why I'm keeping the bottle next to here, so I can kind of have an idea. Let's mix this one. And these are Amsterdam Pearl Paints. And one of my favorite artists, Molly's Artistry, has been doing some experiments with them. And I have just been stunned. Like, holy cow, super fun. Magic paints. Because look, this color. There we go. They mix up pretty fast. This is nice. And they're iridescent. This one can use a little more pouring medium. It's a little heavy. And I can see, you know, just like any acrylic paint, different colors start off as different consistencies. And you just gotta work it until it somewhat matches the rest. And there we go. Easy peasy. And this one looks like it's going to be a gold when we're done. Can you see it? So unfortunately, tonight we're not going to be able to see the dried results because as it dries, the colors come to life. And that's the magic. So I will do a recap video either a little later tonight or tomorrow morning when it's dry, just so you can see. And these, okay, here we go. This one's going to be pearl red. It's almost like a pink fuchsia color. Hi, Irene. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We are, ooh, that's heavy too, doing some pearl paints from Amsterdam. And I've never used them, and I bought a set. And they all mixed to look like the same color. Look at, they're all the same. Even the bottles are all the same, except these little stickers. But when they dry, that's when the magic happens. So I thought I would pop in live and just hang out with you guys. You guys can hang out with me while I mix these paints. And then we're going to use my canvas. I didn't measure it, but I think it's a 10 by 10 canvas. It was just one I had under my desk here. Just pulled it out and said, hey, we're going to paint on this tonight. Okay. Well, that mixed beautifully. And this one is the blue. It's called Pearl Blue. Okay. This one is called Pearl Violet. So this is going to be interesting. And when Molly does this on her channel, Molly's Artistry, the first few she did with black as a background, and these make it stand out. The white background didn't really work so well until she incorporated black. So I have some white paint, which we do need to mix a little up, I believe. We're going to see. And black paint to go along with these. Okay, one more color. Oh, good, Irene. Have you used it? Yeah, I am super excited. This one is pearl green. And I got mine from Amazon and it came real quick, but these are, I didn't check the sizes. These are 0.7 of an ounce. So I do need to find bigger bottles of these because I know I'll be using them more. Because these are going to be my magic paints. Because you're going to paint them with them and it's just magic when the colors pull out when it dries. Okay. Oh, that one is a little thick too. Mixing it up. I'm using my own pouring medium recipe. After the live stream, I will update the description with links to these things, links to Molly's Artistry, so you can go check her out. And I'll put the link to the video of my pouring medium recipe, because I do bulk make it. And essentially it's 3 parts Floetrol, 2 parts Glue-All, and 1 part water. Okay, so we got that done. I'm going to grab some more cups real quick, because I would like to prop my canvas up. Clean up a little bit here, push things up. Okay, I'm going to go like here for that color. This color. Hopefully I'm not mixing it up too much yet. This color is right there. Look at, they're all white. We're doing white paint pouring tonight. Yeah, Irene, after you use them, I love to see how yours turn out. This, I can just see so many possibilities. Molly's been doing puddle pours. She did, I think she did a swipe with them too once. But I'm going to stick to the puddle pour because it is my first attempt and I just want to have fun. Okay, we got this propped up because I don't want the canvas sitting down in the paint. And actually this camera right here, I'm going to turn down just so you can have a different view. There you go. And ignore my mess in the back. I haven't been cleaning my art room at all in months. So, okay. This is a little bit of white paint. Hopefully this is enough. If not, I'll just mix some more real quick. I'm going to put it along the edges so I can get those covered. And by doing the edges, I'm not going to have to worry about them because sometimes I forget about the corners and the edges. So I always like to put some on here. Let's see, I saw Molly use a marbled puddle pour. Sorry, I can't say that. That sounds great. I love Molly's videos. I get a lot of inspiration from her. And she does these big canvases. I'm like, holy cow, girl. They're beautiful. I just don't have the room. I'm very jealous. And there's a lot of air bubbles in this. That's going to be excellent. So I have enough white paint. That was not an issue. And, okay. I'm going to wipe my glove off real quick. And I do wear gloves when I paint. Most of it's non-toxic, but my wedding ring gets a lot of glue, paint in it. And kind of a pain to, oops, there we go. Pain to clean sometimes. So, this is funny. I'm just going to make some puddles with my black paint. Add them to my little shaky mistakes right here. And I might get cells out of this because of all the air bubbles I'm seeing. Okay, so now I got a little base going on, got some white, got my black, no magic in these colors yet. So let's try this one, is the Pearl Violet. I'm going to put just little puddles. And what I think is going to be interesting is I know I'm going to confuse myself because I'm not going to be able to tell that that's a violet. So getting these colors and trying to make sure they blend great, yeah, that's going to be fun. This one is called Pearl White, and it looks like a silver color. Wow, huh? And for those just joining, I'm not losing my mind. I am not doing just a black and white paint pour. These are pearl paints. This one's going to start falling off. So now this one is red. Well, I'm going to see if I can put the red on top of these others. I can kind of see a little bit of color variation with these next to the white, but it's very faint. This one is blue. Pearl blue. And okay, let's do this one. This one. And I'm going to do a little bit of black on top of these. And I'm super excited that when this dries on my table, that the paint skin, when it dries, it's going to look awesome. I'm going to be able to reuse those in my Christmas cards. Okay. And do this one. This one. This might be my last layer. Got a lot of paint on here. It is a pretty rainbow, huh? No, I'm going to do another color. Sorry. Let's see what happens. Oh, I missed a spot. Got talking about rainbows. Got distracted. I know. Look at it. It's like white on white. Black, white, black, white. I really am not losing my mind. Okay, I did say I was done. And I should be done, but, you know, whatever. Okay. That should be done. And then, can you see? The top camera is all getting white out, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to pick it up. Start slowly tipping. You can kind of see a little bit of these colors popping. Just a little faint. And when Molly does it, she takes a stick and does a rect puddle pour. Meaning you pull the stick through the puddles. And I think I will try that in another one. But for this one, I really just wanted to do it and see how complicated and how confused I was going to get with these colors. Look at, I have stretched this thing out. My goodness, can you see some of these colors popping through? You can see in the edge, huh? Yeah, they're already starting to show. Oh, how exciting. Let me see if I bring it up here. Dripping all over my table. Probably mixing colors now. Look at that. So cool. Okay. Let me get my napkin. I'm going to let this dry just like that. There is a lot of paint, so I am curious to see if I'm going to have any cracks and crazes. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll just dry flat. This is a great experiment. Oh, I can see some colors popping out. Let's see if I can lift the camera real quick. Just dry my hands. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Can you see those colors? Well, no. There you go. Oh, just see right here? Oops. Right here. The blue's coming out. And look, I got some colorings in here coming out. Okay. This is going to be fun to see when it dries. So I'm just going to leave it as is. And I have a lot of paint left. That's exciting. So I'm going to push things over. And try to clear off another space. I'm just going to push these over here. I don't think I need the bottles. We're just living on the wild side, right? Okay, I'm going to grab 4 more cups real quick because I want to do another one. But I want to do the wrecked one. So, get my... And hopefully this will dry up just a smidge so you can see it before we sign off. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to just set that here for now. I'm going to see if I can grab one more canvas. And, okay, I got a new canvas. And I got to take the plastic off. And my hands got paint, so I'm going to make a mess of my canvas already. It's the fun part of doing it live, right? Get to see the real challenges of the artist, right? Okay. Got my hands somewhat clear. Now, got my black paint. Oh, I didn't fix this one, sorry. Got my black paint. I'm not going to do any white paint. I'm just going to do black on this one. And get the corners. And edges. Now canvas, for anyone who's new, does absorb the paint pretty quickly. And this does help. Whoop, got some white on there. This helps the canvas absorb the paint so we can do our thing. And it's going to allow our colored paints to move easier. Some artists don't do this. I do it. I like it. Works for me. I just keep doing it. Okay, got some black. Got a little smidge of color mixed in here. That's all right. Probably won't even notice by the time we're done. Okay, got our black. This one is doing great drawing. Now, let's see here. For those who just came, these are Pearl Paints from Amsterdam. The whole entire box comes with these tubes, and they're all the same white color, but they have these little stickers that show you what color they are. They look white when they're wet, so it looks like I'm just doing black and white pours, but as they dry, the colors start popping out, and I call them magic paints. I saw this on Molly's Artistry, her YouTube page, and she's been doing some fascinating experiments with them. And I said, I need to try these. So I went and bought me some. And I didn't realize the bottles were small because I really didn't read. I was just like, cool, I found them. Well, that's going to have a hint of black in it. So I bought them. And they are enough for these 2 canvases. Probably 3 canvases. I did that first one. There's way too much paint on it, but that's okay. We're going to see how they dry. And I am doing a puddle pour, so I'm just layering. I'm not sure which colors are which anymore because now I've confused it all. And I'm just going to keep layering. Hopefully I didn't miss any. Hopefully I'm not doubling up on one, but hey, it's art, right? Pretty rainbows of art. Ooh, look at that black. It's because I lifted that up to the camera and I got it all mixed in. It's all right. Unexpected happenings. Okay. Well, I'm doing a good job of using all these. So I think with these tubes, mixing them properly, using them properly, you can get about 3 10 by 10 paintings if you're not me. So set these over here. And just adding more, because why not? And these, okay, this one more. And then we're going to do what's called a wreck. So we're doing a puddle pour, pouring puddles of paint. Paint into puddles. Okay. Got those. So now, let me grab another napkin. I'm just gonna, I don't have a pointy stick handy. Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. I got my palette knife. Let's try that. It's just a plastic palette knife. Excuse me. Now, I'm just gonna, it's called wrecking it. So I'm just pulling my knife through. That was a big knifer. Pulling it through, just letting the designs happen. Oh, I can see some colors popping out on here. So tomorrow, later tonight, tomorrow, when these are mostly dry, the colors will show through. This is not a black and white painting. And we're just experimenting with new paints. And after the live is over, I'll go ahead and add links in the description with everything I'm using. And if you're using these paints, I would love to see what you're doing with them. These are so much fun, and there's so many possibilities. Okay, so I've got my phone here. Let's move that before I start painting. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to start tilting it. And do you see how I added the black to the edges and corners? It helps the paint move on its own right now. Do my wrecked puddle pour. I have successfully lost the puddle shapes, and that's okay. I'm just trying to do abstract designs. And I do see lots and lots of air bubbles because I was not careful when I was shaking up my paints and mixing them. It was not a priority, so I might end up with some cells in here, which that's fine. Isn't that so pretty? Even just as a black and white painting, this is awesome. But I don't know if you can see. Can you see the color starting to show? Look at, that's a good view. They're starting to pop out. How exciting. Whoops, let me do that a little bit more down here, because it looks squish. Yeah, look at. So we got two different, different designs. This one, we did a wrecked puddle pour. This one, we just did the puddle pour. And yeah, there's still a lot of paint on there. So this will be a good example to see how well it is going to dry. Some paints do crack and craze easier, meaning when they dry, you get these heavy cracks because the under layers dry slower than the top layers. And sometimes they look horrible, and sometimes they actually look pretty awesome. So this is a good experiment to see how these paints dry and to see all the layers that I may or may not have done. So I hope this was fun for you to watch. Let me know if you've used these, how it's turned out, and I'll post a results video probably most likely tomorrow morning, because I'm not sure how dry they're going to be tonight because it is a little colder. So thank you for joining me. Can't get my head lower. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.